Okay, so the king is dead, the throne is up for grabs, and the old king's crown is finally here. But is this super hyped game actually the masterpiece we've all been waiting for? Let's find out.
And this quote from Shut Up and Sit Down, it just nails the central puzzle of this game. You look at the box and you're thinking, wow, this is a huge epic adventure. But what's really going on inside is, well, it's something way simpler and honestly, way more sneaky.
So what is this thing really? Let's get past that gorgeous art for a second and figure out what makes it tick.
At its core, you're looking at asymmetric area control. But forget big armies, this is all about intense bluffing and managing your hand. It all comes down to these simultaneous card battles where everyone reveals their move at the same time. Super tense.
So how does it work? Let's run through the basics of how you play.
Okay, so first up, you're bidding for these really powerful kingdom cards that give you special abilities. Then, the real game begins. You secretly play one card to each of the 3 different regions on the board. Then comes the big reveal. Everyone flips their cards at the same time. Usually, the highest number wins, but, and this is a big but, those card abilities can change everything. You can bluff, counter, or just completely outplay your opponents. You do that enough, claim the most influence, and hey, that crown, it's all yours.
And that whole loop, that mix of deep strategy and total chaos, is exactly why this game splits people right down the middle. You either fall head over heels in love with it, or you just bounce right off.
It's funny, right? The very things people praise are the exact same things that cause problems. The art is stunning and the strategy is super deep, but that means it has a steep learning curve. The gameplay is incredibly tense and exciting, but man, that can lead to some serious frustration when your perfect plan just blows up in your face. And this quote from Bored Stupid really hits the nail on the head. They admire the ambition, but they call it a game for maybe the top 10% of the board game community. It's not a casual thing. It's a lifestyle game. You know, the kind that demands you really commit to learning it.
And this is where that frustration comes from. Shut Up and Sit Down points out how those first few games can be, well, fussy. You think you've got this killer move lined up, you're anticipating this awesome combo, and then, nope, you can't actually do it because of some little rule you missed. It's just a really frustrating feeling. But, and this is key, if you can push past that, the reward is huge. No Pun Included calls it a triumph, an indie surprise that blew away their expectations. Once you get through what they call the frustrated fumbling, you find this incredibly deep and satisfying game.
So, let's bring it all together. What's the final verdict from the big reviewers?
Okay, let's break it down. Shut Up and Sit Down calls it tremendously fun, loving how it blends that simple card game feel with massive detail. Bored Stupid sees it as a bold and ambitious lifestyle game, but warns about its cliff-face learning curve. And No Pun Included thinks it's a brave and captivating design that really rewards you for sticking with it. So yeah, everyone agrees it's amazing, but they all have that same warning. You have to be willing to put in the work.
So, what's the takeaway? It's an ambitious, divisive masterpiece. That's really the only way to describe it. It's a game that knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't apologize for it one bit.
And that really just leaves one big question. This isn't a game you just pull out and play. It's a game you have to study, to explore, probably with the same group of people over and over. It asks for a real commitment. So you have to ask yourself, is this the lifestyle game for you?